What's up? How y'all doing? My name Black. I'm rolling up right now, but I'm still gonna try to make sure I stay engaged with you, so you don't feel like you're just watching me do shit. Like so, you feel like we're talking to each other, even though you can't talk back to me right now. But that's because I'm practicing. I'm practicing. I'm practicing because soon I'm gonna be talking to people, and I don't need practice on how to talk to people. I just need practice on how to talk to people. You did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be knowing how to talk to motherfuckers. But I'm trying to get paid off of talking to people, and there's a way to do that. So it requires practice. This is the first video for me. I'm making this more for myself than for other people, but I'm recording because one day I'm going to have to reveal that I'm finally taking a step. I know I got what it take to interact with people, man, and receive compensation for it. Not very particular on my angle because like I think I have my own angle. My angle is like I'm different from folks. Like I'm not going to get into it right at this moment. If I am able to keep motherfuckers' attention during this time, hopefully we'll get around to it. But I consider myself different and get a little better background for myself. My name Black. I'm from Philly. I'm from a little project called East Falls. It don't exist no more. The neighborhood still exists, but the project doesn't. I'm from that neighborhood, that project. You know what I'm saying? Went to Cook was Hecken Elementary School. I went to Levering Middle School. It's elementary school too, but I went for middle only for 1 year. I stole some candy money from these two white girls that used to get reckless bread when it came to the candy sale and shit. Like they used to have hundreds and hundreds. Like I think I stole like $800 from them, and this is like you talking about the motherfucking it's about the 80s or 1990 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I was in middle school still, and I wasn't really a thief as much as I just was like an unfortunate kid. Like, and the idea of that money that them girls had, making their eyes so big, I just did it. You know what I mean? I don't. I guess you could say kind of to be cool a little bit, cause you at that age, you're a boy. We from the projects, we do certain shit, but more I definitely wanted to do it. I wasn't led into doing it. So that plus some issues going on in my home led to me going to live with my father, which for most people like they was like, yeah, I want to go live with my father. If they went to go live with their father, they really went to go live with their grandma. I'm like that shit crazy, but that's another story. Like I said, I'm just getting some background. So after I went to live with my father, I went to Salzburger Middle School. And from Salzburger, I went to Bach High School and down in South Philly and shit. So I went there for a couple years, maybe two. And then I went to Ani High School for about a year or so, if you want to call it that. I was in the school for about a year or so. Like I made some friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? I met some good people. I messed with a few shorties there. One who I happen to remember though. You know what I'm saying? While I was there. So, I did a part of my life in the Army. I was living in Hunting Park at the time, 8th Street, 8th and Weehawken. That shit was chirping too. I was too young at that time. Plus, like the family members who I lived with during that time, they wasn't allowing no shit like that. I stopped fucking with school around 11th grade. A lot of people got a lot of different reasons for not fucking with school, but I just came home with like, hey mom, I can't fuck with that shit no more. They not. There's no benefit in it for real. She was like, my mom was like, well, you can't do nothing, like you know what I'm saying. So I was like, oh no, I get a job. It's not that. I ain't one of those niggas. I just feel like school's a waste of time. That curriculum it wasn't nothing good for no black man coming out of that curriculum. Plus, it was lies. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, once you talking about the '90s, man, early '90s, I realized that. Not that I was the first, but I'm just saying I was one of those people during that era that I already wasn't. I wasn't fucking with different parts of the game and shit. You know what I'm saying? After that, like most youth, I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I hit the streets. That was the first time my pop ever told me he was proud of me and shit. I had good grades and shit before, honorable type grades. You know what I'm saying? And never got no pride from the household and shit. But when my pop found out I was in them streets, that nigga was like, "Oh, nigga, I salute you." You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, but it's just the way it was. And I mean, like I said, I'm giving background. And I met a girl when I was about ninth grade when I first went to Bach. Man, that girl, we kind of became friends. Like we became good friends over time. And eventually it turned into a relationship. And I'm still with that girl now. We got two kids together. We married. And we got a boy and we got a girl, son and a daughter. My son 22, my daughter 18. They both their age is about to flip again because it's September and January, and this is July. I got a homie tell me don't date shit, but I'm just dating this specific one, July 22. I'm just dating this specific one because it's the first one and shit. You know, saying that my homie, he from East Falls, the place I told you I'm from. That's still my nigga, and I got another nigga that I'm down here with. He's from East Falls too, and that's still my nigga. And the rest of the people I know is kind of from that time. I know some people who I met throughout life, whom I respect and I fuck with dearly and shit. You know what I mean? But the majority, the higher percentage of the people I know is people I've known my whole life. Like I say, I'm with my high school sweetheart. We got kids and we raised them kids. Them kids grow now. They doing pretty well for themselves. And me and their mom, we still surviving. We still together. And like I'm everything I'm telling you is just to tell you who I am. Like I was in the streets at a time like most people, and them babies came, man. I left the streets alone. Some babies was more important to me. And now, even though they grown, they still like my babies and shit. I still want the best for them, but I definitely let them live their own life. I do not interfere or try to tell them what they do. I like to believe that we have I got a tight relationship with my offspring because it's always been a relationship of conversation. I did all kind of work since I left them streets. I kept my ear to the ground too, because can't become no square out here because man, these streets is always eating. They always ready to eat. You don't know what's going on. You're gonna get ate. Not for nothing, man. That's me in a nutshell. To say no joke, let's go to the last little half hour, no shit like that. That's just me in a nutshell, man. I'm a regular nigga, man. I care about my kids. I'm from a project in Philly. If you want to consider a section, it's in North because there's no East Philly. But we adjacent to Germantown. You know what I'm saying? My pop was like a murderer, drug dealer, drug addict type nigga. Not type, he was those things. Like all those things are in his resume. And my mom only had kids by him, so that's my background. That's my sense of morality, if I have any. You know what I'm saying? And I just be trying to live my life. And I'm quick witted. I'm very intelligent. I don't speak when I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm with the bullshit. My name Black. Got a couple other things people call me, and a bunch of other shit people call me. But like how the saying goes, never to my face though, and that's pretty much what it is. Holler at me, man. I got next. Bang bang.